back, everybody, to another episode of V-Time, episode 91. As you can see, we got a lot of people, and there was no better way to do it than sit on this little tiny couch, all four of us crammed. So we're going to get a lot cozy this episode. Ain't that right?
Well, you offered a different way. We just kind of decided to get on the couch.
You're not wrong.
Mistakes were made.
Also, we probably should be like 6 feet apart and all that. Oh well, who cares? Anyway, we got a very special episode for you tonight. Or this morning, or whenever you're watching it. Mm-hmm. A lot of stuff to cover. Leaks a little, but a lot of stuff to cover, as we've seen overDress and all its information. So we'll be going over that ever so slightly. But before that, if you're interested in buying any cards from TCG Player, please use our affiliate link down below.
Your purchases through this link help support the channel, so we make more great videos straight to you guys.
And with that scripted out of the way, we're going to go straight into leaks. And the way we're going to do it this time, we're going to go from left to right. And grab the iPad.
What? Oh, okay. Grab the iPad.
Okay.
You get privileges on first readings.
Hey, privileges on first Ghosty.
Alright, who do we got?
Alright, first off we have Damien the Ghosty. He's so cute.
See, that's my big shame.
Hey look, he's so scared looking, you gotta calm him down. And it's a grade 1, it's triple rare.
So
Otter?
All of them are
All
triple
triple
rares.
rares.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
Anyway.
Otter, Vanguard, Rearguard, when placed from hand, search your deck for up to one card with Ghosty in its card name, put it in your drop zone, and shuffle your deck. Auto, Rearguard. At the end of the battle, it attacked. If you have a Vanguard with Ghosty in its card name, cost, retire this unit. And if you did not countercharge by the ability of Damien the Ghosty, this turn, countercharge 1.
So it's a yes, finally to get rid of that card. So Ghosty, 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 Ghosty.
Ghosty, 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 Ghosty. There's so many countercharging.
I mean, it retires itself and counters with a nifty ability. So when we
As
get
long
to
as
the
you
grade
do it
3,
on-
we'll understand why it's such a nifty ability. Anyway, Shane, pass the iPad to my lap. Thank you. Anyway, we're moving on to the grade 2 Ghosty. Thank you very much. We got Jesse the Ghosty. It's a nice grade 2, and he's similar to Damien. Act, drop zone, retire 2 rearguards not named Jesse the Ghosty, and call this card to rearguard. This ability may only be used by a card with the same card name once a turn. His other ability is auto rearguard. When it attacks, this unit gets 5 until at the end of that battle, and at the end of that battle, retire this unit, and if you did not countercharge by the ability of Jesse the Ghosty this turn, countercharge 1. So very similar effect to Damien the Ghosty, next to the whole 5k power, and also calling him Sinful Jobson, which is not bad. Now the question is, why do you want to countercharge so much? Why do you want to retire these units? Well, Alex, take it away.
Alright, Ghosty Leader Beatrice. So, 3 effects. Auto Vanguard Rearguard, when placed, costs the last 1. Call a card not named her from your drop zone to rearguard.
That's it?
That's it for the first
I mean, he's got 2 more.
Oh, yeah. Continuous.
Yes.
Continuous Vanguard. All of your units with Ghosty in their card names on Rearguard and Guardian Circle get Intercept, Power +5, Shield +5. And then Auto Vanguard. When your Rearguard is retired by a card's ability during your turn, cost Counterblast 1 and call a card with Ghosty in its card name with a grade less than the grade of the retired unit from drop zone to Rearguard.
So, multi-attack in Grand Blue again.
Yeah.
As Eric from Vanguard Insider said it, it's reverse time loop.
Yeah, it is reverse time loop in a weird way, but you got like outside the grade 2 and 1 Ghosties that we saw that retired themselves and activated her ability, you got other cards that can do this too and keep charging her up, like Ghost Ship. It draws your card and retires herself, so you can Cannabis 1 and call Damien, for example, off a Ghost Ship. Or Skull Dragon. Skull Dragon retires himself after it hits battle, so you can call Jesse. And then Jesse attacks, retires himself, countercharges, calls Damien. Damien attacks, retires, countercharges, and calls, let's say, either a heal trigger or Chappie the Ghosty. You got your options. We did a gameplay on this, and shout out to Drive Check Podcast. Like, he did a really good job of showcasing what Ghosties are made of. It's not a competitive deck from what we can tell, but it is a super fun deck.
Yep.
So it's a meme deck?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, all of these are meme decks, basically. Oh, heck, do you get to cover the promo?
Oh, shit. Alright, give me a second.
It's a Genesis promo.
Yep.
Alright. Name is Witch of Enlightenment, White, Fotita?
Something like that.
Yeah. Let's go
I'm
with that.
gonna butcher these names. I know a lot.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, I've done it all the time.
Alright, it's grade 1. Auto Rearguard. When your Vanguard attacks, cost. Rest this unit. Rest it.
Yep.
Look at the top card of your deck and put it on the top of your deck or into your soul. If you put a card into your soul, one of your units gets 5k to the end of the turn.
I mean, it's a nifty promo. It's not like your old promos or old promos, like your recent promos that are just broken, like no other tomorrow, and we don't know if we're gonna get them or not. But for the most part, it is a really good card, or can be a really good card depending on the deck. But no. We gotta do this right. By you reading this, he gets the big boy.
Alright, so, hamster times.
Hamsters!
So, grade 1, Himsuke's teacher, Dip Pencil, Himyuki.
Did he just say Himsuki?
Yes, he did.
Yep. Just be disappointed in him later.
Yeah, whatever. It's hamsters.
Yes.
Auto, Vanguard, when placed, cost, discard a card from your hand, search your deck for up to 1 Pencil Squire, Hamsuki, and call it rear guard, shuffle your deck.
That's a grade 1, the original.
Hamtaro.
Hamtaro. And then act rear guard. Once per turn, you can have a Vanguard with Hamsuke and its card name. Cost put 2 cards with Hamsuke and their card names from your drop zone to the bottom of your deck in any order, and can charge 1.
Yep. Simple, straightforward, really good effect. Like it gets your grade 1 target, so you can keep going with your ride up with your correct ride chain. It counter charges for really cheap. Like it does everything you want, and then the other cards just keep going at that pace. Alex, iPad me. Thank you. We got the grade 2. I'm good. Himsuke's rival, Nail Pencil Hamagoro? I'm just gonna call him Jojo.
Hamboro.
I'm gonna just call him Jojo.
Jojo.
Anyway, Auto Vanguard Rigger, when placed from hand, Cannabis 1, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 card with Himsuke and its card name from among them, and put it into your hand, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Its other ability is act once per turn, rear guard. If your Vanguard is Himsuke and its card name, put 2 cards with Himsuke and its card in their card names from your drop zone at the bottom of your deck in any order, and this unit gets 3k until the end of turn, making it a 12k attack. Again, simple, straightforward. It's a plus engine in the hand, it's a stack to the bottom, and it's a decent chunk of power. Not chunk of power, but still 12k is 12k. Now Shane, grab the iPad and tell me why we're putting so many hamsters to the bottom of the deck.
Hamsters! We get the fattest Hamtaro in the world.
Crayon Hamtaro.
The chunkiest
Yeah,
boy.
the chonkiest boy. See the little food dish? You got food everywhere. I'm sorry. But we have
clearly did
Hamskate's
not
rival,
want to
Jumbo Crayon, Hamian.
Hamian.
Hamian! Act Vanguard, once per turn. Counterblast 2, discard a card from your hand. Search your deck for any number of cards with Hamsuke in their different card names. Call them to the front row rear guard and shuffle your deck. Auto, Vanguard. At the end of the battle that it attacked, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, very important, discard 2 cards from your hand, reveal the bottom card of your deck. If that card is Pencil Hero Hamsuke, write it as stand, and that unit gets drive -1 until the end of turn. Hamsuke!
So now we see why we want to stack the bottom. And not only that, like, let's say you went second. All right, ride this chunky boy, get an XL. You're going probably which XL?
Excel 2.
Yeah, no shit. It's fucking hand size.
Plus all the discard.
Yep. So XL2, you draw a card. You build up your board for 2 CB, or your front row at least. You swing a Vanguard. You put the show the bottom card, which is probably the old, Hamsuke boy. Ride him. If you have the right chain in your soul, which you most likely do with all the other fucking effects, get an XL, call 2 more hamsters. So now you have 3 XLs, you already swung a Vanguard, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rear guards that haven't swung yet, probably. And you drew 2 cards. Granted, you did ditch 2 cards, but you did call 2 cards.
Depending on what you do, though, you're ditching a lot.
Yeah, but still, that is,
You're ditching,
1,
you're
2,
drawing.
3, 4, 5,
Well,
5, 6,
Deck
7.
Deck thinning.
7 attacks on your first grade 3 ride going second.
I'm sensing a lot of hostility.
What was it?
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
I was doing the math on the way up here, and it was like you break even with the amount of cards that you get in return, or at least profit a little bit.
I mean, you gotta
It's
think,
really not bad.
you gotta think just from this guy's ability alone. Like you're ditching 2 cards, which is more likely a drive check, to get the Vanguard who has 1 drive check and gets you an Excel marker. So that's basically gives the value back.
Yes.
But then the Vanguard ditches 2 cards and calls 2 cards to board and makes another Excel and draws you a card. So overall, you basically kind of negged 1 in hand, but you did plus the board like shit.
Yeah.
And I think it's obvious to say fucking go front. Front triggers for the win.
Oh my gosh, yes, please.
Jesus Christ, front triggers are
Well,
annoying.
your deck thinning like no tomorrow.
Yeah.
You deck thin so much. This little guy's just so nice.
Jesus effing
Because
Christ.
just think about, imagine the turns as it goes by. You just get more and more markers. You have more open front row. So the next turn you ride them, you have, what was it, the second turn, five markers.
I mean, if in the perfect world, let's say you get win first. Ride the old Hamscape, 2 excels. Comes back to your turn. Ride the new one, 3 excels. Do the effect. You get the 5 excel markers on your second grade 3 ride.
Yep.
Fudge.
And then just in case if, you don't finish off there, your next turn you'll be able to call open a brand new front row everything. Because you have a lot of different hamsters.
Anyway, Hamstay's stupid. There's gonna be a video tomorrow us showcasing, and you'll get to see. Granted, the opponent didn't have that much luck, but saltiness aside, the fucking push.
It's like, I just need an image. Just Spartans! A bunch of hamsters in the background.
Alex, get on it.
Oh.
Anyway, that's it though for the leaks, honestly. Next Tuesday, we got confirmation. We're getting FX Buster, so the Overgrappler finally. I'm actually excited to see what it brings. And then next Friday, we got Bermuda's Prism Duo, or Duo Prism, or however you want to call it.
It's Bermuda.
Hey, yep. It's Bermuda. It'll be interesting to see because it is still a Prism, so it can work with the current Prism in Standard.
It's called FBI Open Up.
Anyway, before we get to overdress news and the rest of the news segment, if you're interested in getting into cards we just covered, go check out Triple Sleeve TCG.
The great deals on singles, clan splits, and cases. So go check out the place.
And soon enough, Nation Splits. Link will be in the description. Okay. Overdress. First and foremost, if you didn't watch or was a part of our stream, or didn't even watch the Japanese stream, or was a part of any other YouTuber that was streaming, we got some information for you. But otherwise, I'm gonna say it like this: either go check out our stream. It's a 3-hour stream where we just bullshit around, talk about it, and react to the leaks. If you don't want to watch that, I suggest to watch any other YouTuber that covered overdress, because almost everybody covered. You got Vanguard Insider, you got Different Fighter, you got Solomon covered, then you got some smaller channels like Echo, Nara Samurai, Sean, like all these channels that covered it. I'm gonna make and put a playlist into the description and possibly an annotation card if I remember, that basically has almost every single thing from multiple creators. So go pick and choose, go watch those videos. We're not just gonna regurgitate everything they said. We're just gonna look at some of interesting stuff and touch and base on things here and there.
And possibly rant for a good while.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
So, real quick basis, Overdress is basically a new reboot.
Yep.
There's no more clans, only 5 nations. Dragon Empire, Chaos Sanctuary,
Dark States,
Dark States,
Frontgate,
Brandgate, and Stoatia. Those are new. Those are new 5 nations, and there's a 6th nation called
Lyrical.
FBI, open up!
Lyrical Monasterio.
Yep. So that's that. There's also a new anime that's going to be airing, where it's also done by the same studio that did Kogia, so that's exciting. There's a new mechanic called a ride deck. We're going to cover a little bit more about that. There's a new trigger called an over trigger. We're going to cover a little bit more about that. Product releases we're going to cover, and some nifty stuff here and there. So, first things first, we're going to start talking about, there's not really any order, is there?
No, let's just start about the nations.
I mean, we already said the nations. Like, the nations have changed. United Sanctuary became Keter Sanctuary, and all those clans are going in there. Go up, so I can see. Thank you. And then Dragon Empire stays Dragon Empire, and all your Dragon Empire nation clans have gone into that nation. Stargate went into Brandgate, all those clans went into that nation. Dark Zone went into Dark States, all those clans went into Dark Nation. And this is the only big change. Stoatia has all the clans in it from both Megalanica and Zoo. So those have combined into one nation.
Except Bermuda.
Except for Bermuda, which is its own little nation called what again?
FBI.
We didn't claim them anyways.
So yeah, that's there. Like I said, every other YouTuber has covered it more in detail. We're also going to put a
No,
Link.
we're going to officially rename it to Jailbait.
We're gonna put a link in the description to the official English Bushy Road site where they cover this a little bit more in detail, from donations to the cards, yada yada yada. So go check that out. Moving on, real quick on the ride deck. If you don't know, they're introducing a new mechanic called a ride deck. Basically, what happens is you still have your 50 card deck. You're gonna take 4 cards out of that deck: the starter, a grade 1, a grade 2, and a grade 3. And yes, they have to be specifically the starter, a grade 1, a grade 2, a grade 3. You're going to put different card sleeves on them, and then you're going to put them to the side. That is your ride deck. And the way the ride deck works is you take first your starter, put it on the Vanguard, start the game. As you want to ride up from 0 to 1, you can either ride from your hand or discard a card from your hand to ride the next grade from your ride deck. And you can keep doing this all the way to grade 3. That'll prevent bricking, prevent G-assist, and possibly introduce some new mechanics to the game. Ain't that right, guys?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I have one thing about that though. So the fact that like those 4 have to be different sleeves. There was back in G era when we had ambitious. Was it not ambitious assassin, but the grade 0 that was the assassin that if you had 20.
Oh, enigmatic assassin.
Yeah, enigmatic assassin. But basically, people would just use that as a starter, but it also put extra copies in their deck. So the fact that you now have a different card against your starter, which you technically could, soul blast it, put in drop zone, whatever, bring it back depending on what your deck does. You now have a card in your deck with a different sleeve than the rest.
Good question. Al, you want to answer those 2 questions?
Sure. So, because it is part of the ride deck, if it was to go into your main deck by any point, it goes back to the ride deck. It does not go into the deck.
And that is only for if it goes back to deck. If it goes into any other zone, it stays in that zone. And then the second part of your question that you kind of added there, like, yes, you have your cards from your ride deck, and your ride deck is technically still part of your 50 card deck, which means if you have a grade 1 or grade 2 or grade 3 in your ride deck, you can only have up to 3 copies of that specific card in your main deck. So you still have 4 total.
And also, this is restricted to standard only.
Yeah, this is only standard. And what we mean by only standard is no longer standard, there's a new standard.
Yes. Spoiler alert.
Well, that's going to get annoying. Standard is a new standard with standard.
But don't worry. From what we heard, this is the one and only standard now.
Yeah, so...
The standard.
So, once overdress drops, standard format is transitioning into what it's called V Premium. And the new standard format is overdress, and it has the overdress symbol on the bottom with a D. So that's your standard. You got your V Premium, which is only cards from V Series, which means any and all cards that contain the V symbol in the bottom left. And Premium stays Premium, which is basically every card that existed in Vanguard ever.
Yep. And in case you're curious about whether, this is going to be a common thing, the new, what do you say, director?
What are you trying to say?
The new head guy, yeah. The new head guy basically said that they're not planning to do this ever again. They're planned.
I mean, they said it on stream. English Bushy Road on English stream also explained they do not plan to ever reboot or rotate the game in the near or foreseeable future. Now, of course, in like 10 years' time, if something happens at Bushy Road and they decide, you know what, fuck it, let's do it again, that can happen. But they plan on not to do it. So for right now, this is how the game is going to be.
For like, the next 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Or more.
Give or take. Well, their plan is for the next 10 years. If they decide they want to change after that, then they may.
So, from what I heard, I think they already have a 10-year plan laid out. Past that, they don't know, but as of right now, for at least 10 years, we definitely know this is going to be how it stays.
Yep. So, one last thing. Like I know we said we were not going to regurgitate everybody else's in, but it's kind of here and there fast. Yes, you can put your overdress cards into your premium decks. So if you play Dragon Empire cards from overdress, you can put them in any Dragon Empire deck. However, you still have a clan identity. So even if you have nothing but Dragon Empire cards in your 50 card deck, and you run one stride with Murakami or one card with Murakami in your main deck, your deck is considered Murakami.
Fun.
Anyway, moving on. Let's go real quick over the new units now.
Yep. So, do you know the actual unit?
So, read all the unit names.
Alright, so with this, of course, there's going to be new trial decks. So we have one trial deck for each nation.
You know you can find the actual unit names, right?
I'm trying to figure out where
Go down. Go down. Go down. Go down. Go down. Go down. Down. Down.
I'm going down.
Down. Jesus fucking Christ, man! Listen to us. There we go.
All right.
Well, listen.
This is only people in charge.
Introducing new starter decks. We got Dark States, Diabolus Violence, Bruce.
Woo!
You know, honestly, I thought he was Mega calling you there for a
I
second.
know.
Everybody said
does.
the same thing.
Are you about to read the one, Alex?
All right.
Oh, let's get ready for this.
Why did I give him to read this? Now I just realized this. Why did I give him to read this?
I mean, I better learn it because I'm probably gonna be playing this.
Oh.
So for Dragon Empire, we have Chakaborati.
I'm not, just read it. Just read. Don't stop. Read all the way through. All the way through.
Chakaborati, Divine Dragon, Nirvana.
There we go.
Your
Looks like
new
a-
god! No more Messiah! We have a new one!
Fine.
Keep
So,
going.
Keter Sanctuary, we have Apex Creator, Bastion. And then for Stoatia, we have Sylvan Horn, Beast King, Mongolia. And for Brentgate, we have Aurora Battle Princess, Seraph White.
Wife.
Alex, iPad me.
Okay.
Scroll up. Scroll up. All the way up.
First you want
I
it
see.
down, how you want
I
it
got
down.
it. So, all these trial decks, we also got information of their gimmicks. So let's start with Dragon Empires, called Holy Dragon. Includes dragons and priestesses. Fight by evolving your buddy. So we can already kind of assume that it's going to be a very Vanguard-centric deck containing dragons and priestesses. No more dragon ninjas, just priestesses. That's a nice touch. I like that. Then if you go, we're going to go into Dark States. Tyrant Tiger. Includes mostly demon units. Store your power and finish it in one go. I have no idea what this could be. Because outside of Zoa, I have no idea what cards can finish it in one go. Oh, sorry, Messianic Lord. Again, neither of those are in the correct nation.
I have a slight idea how that might play.
Alright, let's hear it.
I mean, so it's all the Dark Zone's plans. So
Alright.
Telemoon Soul charges, Dark Irregular Soul charges. So,
Spike Rider Soul Charge.
Yeah, so it's probably
Gear Chronicle does not.
So it's probably just gonna build up your soul and then use your soul for something really big.
Not yet.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you're not wrong.
Because they lost their ability to time leap, so now they have to have a new mechanic.
Correct. But back to Alex's point, like, okay, they're soul charging and doing something new, but what is that something new?
Yeah.
So you have no idea.
Kind of, but moving on.
Anyway, going into Cater Sanctuary with Apex Ruler. Includes knights and angels. Fight by commanding strong units. So, Royal Paladin, Shadow Paladin gimmicks like always.
Eat.
Then we go into Stoatia. Sylvian King. Includes animal units. Multi-tech with your members.
Hold on. And not shrimp.
Whoa. Whoa.
Why you gotta call out the man?
I took it to heart, alright?
You gotta call out
I
the
took
man.
it to heart, alright?
I swear to God, if for some reason he's watching this, my God. Anyway, this is on point with all the clans in Stoatia, from Aquaforce to Great Nature, and a little bit Near Nectar here and there. Mega Colony and Grand Blue kind of weird, but it works.
Yep.
And then, last but not least, for Brentgate, we got Aurora Valkyrie. Includes a multitude of female units. Lock your opponent's units in prison. I'm sorry, this is best girl. I'm on that side.
I can't argue with you.
I'm on that side.
Wait. Which
Oh my God.
best girl? Are you talking about like
Best girl, not only unit, but also the enemy girl that passed.
Whoa! I can't go on to that.
Philip,
We're fighting right
what was that anime where a bunch of guys are locked in a school and
I'm
all
on
the
solid.
Too.
all the females are wardens
We
and
good,
like
we good.
Prison school?
Stoatia.
Prison school.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Philip.
Phil.
Stoatia.
Stoatia.
What about it?
This girl.
You can be in that party, but you're wrong.
No, you're wrong.
You can have your choices, but you're wrong.
We all know who's
We
wrong
all
here.
know who's right.
We're
So
not
he just
having
has a bias. He just has a bias. That's all it is.
Anyway. So that's very interesting for those clans, those units. We also got information, of course, on Booster Set 1, which is going to include, all nations. Oh yeah, that's the thing they're doing. From now on, all nations are getting supported all the time. So that's very nifty and changes the game. I mean, again, we're not going to regurgitate too much. Like, there's Persona Riot, we're going to find out about it, new card art. Almost everybody else covered it. We're just covering here and there. Like, for example, the overtrigger that every nation is going to get, and there's also a very generic overtrigger.
And guess what? You can only have one in your deck.
What? That was accent. Anyway, what an overtrigger is. You can only have, like Alex said, one in your deck. And when you drive check it, you basically gain 100 million power to one unit. And then depending on the nation, you're going to get an extra effect on top of that. We don't know what those extra effects for those nations are, but we do know what the generic overtrigger is that's going to be included in every single trial deck. Its extra effect is basically getting another 100 million to another unit. So that's fun. But they also have an ability when they're damage checked. When this unit is damage checked, not only do you get 100 million power to a unit, you also get resist the damage, so it doesn't go into damage zone. Draw a card as well.
Wait, hold up. If it doesn't go in his damage zone, where does it go?
It basically gets removed.
It went from the game.
So does this even go in the drop zone?
Well, I guess it technically goes to the drop.
No. Resist damage source. I think, I'm not sure. Someone leave it in the comments. But I'm pretty sure someone mentioned something about it disappearing. And if it's not true, if it does go into the drop zone, you can basically, with mechanics, put it back in your deck and trigger it again if you're lucky.
Legion.
So,
Premium. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm more impressed by. The fact that it actually put that much power on a trigger, or the fact that they're able to fit that many digits inside that little square.
Yeah, that's more impressive in my opinion.
Oh shit.
That is 8 zeros.
You know what that part is?
9 digits, 8 zeros.
The square is going to be smaller than this because if you think the size of it on the card.
I
Yeah.
just thought it was the color of the side of the block.
No. That's the numbers on the side.
That's so small.
So to kind of recuperate on this trigger, it is basically defensively your turn ended trigger. Your opponent swings at you. You hit this trigger, your opponent's turn basically ended there because now your Vanguard has an extra 100 million power. You didn't take that damage. They drew an extra card. I'm pretty sure none of your units can hit. Now, granted, overDress can introduce some new effects that might be able to negate that, or go over it, or go around it. But until then,
while you are in the middle of attack,
pretty much. Or, because you gotta think, I swing for triple critical. This negates it.
Yeah.
You don't even take 3 damage. You just stop there.
So, I have one thing I want to say about this. And
wait, specifically, did it say negate damage at all?
Resist damage source.
Yeah, so it stops
okay,
all this damage from that source.
Okay.
So, I do want to say one thing about this. And of all the good things that came out of this, is one questionable one for me. For the simple fact that I'm like, this is a little bit overkill. And this is what ruined some other card game for me from them. Because Shane knows what I mean from experience about how the fact that you're winning and then one card flipped over and completely screwed the game over for you. This is essentially what this is you could literally be having the winning turn. Like, just go all the nuts, drive check like 5 triggers and just go all the...
What card game is this?
Oh, Dragonborn. Whenever he flipped the shell and it blew up his board. This is essentially the same thing. It's like if you defensively hit this, you shut down your turn and okay, cool, you hand the game to your
You gotta still think, it is 1 card in 50.
It is.
When it triggers correctly, it's gonna be bullshit.
It is.
But think of it this way. Draw for turn, you draw it. Or, God forbid, the first damage you take is this. Exactly. Like there's stupid instances when this triggers on the right moment, it's gonna just fucking be stupid. But if that's the fact, it can also trigger on the wrong moments, and there's more wrong moments than right.
Hey, you're playing Stoic here, right? Just think, if they restand rear guards, you can just throw the power on the rear guard and restand it
Like I said,
with all that power.
there's good moments and there's bad. That's just the RNG of the trigger. Yeah, I just love the fact that they introduced the right deck to eliminate some of the RNG, and then they introduced the trigger to come back the RNG.
Yeah, basically it balances itself out because this is just RNG hell.
Yep.
Consistency and luck.
All right. The next 2 things we're going to cover are more specific details and a little bit of product releases. Like I did mention with the overtrigger, I'm going to pop it right here real quick. Every nation is going to get their own overtrigger. These fucking things look like fucking dragons, like
All their
Zeroths.
Yeah, they look like the Zeroths.
Zero baby dragons.
Yep, they are very beautiful. So, we're going to go real quick into the product release schedule, and there's 2 of them actually. I'll explain why 2. So, both Japan and English are getting all 5 start decks. Japan is getting them in March and April, while we're all getting them in May 14th on the same day. Then we got Booster Set 1 coming a month later for both sets, or technically in Japan it's the same April as the Star Decks. We got a Token Rambu set coming, so that's going to be interesting. We got Boost. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, it's not here. Anyway, what's after that? I'm kind of running low on
I
steam.
think we have another main booster set coming after that.
We do.
Yep, there it is. Yeah, so after all we got Festival Collection 2021 Part 1 coming. And then with that, we also have a 10th anniversary collaboration with Token Rambu, like I said.
Yeah.
Booster Set 2 in Japan in June. 10 collaboration products is actually that's the part 2. Festival Collection is Festival Collection. And then Booster Set 3 in Trial Deck 6 sometime in August in Japan. Now, Trial Deck 6 we can imagine is the Bermuda nation.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be an actual regular booster this time with Bermuda.
Yep. Also going to be Martial Strike collaboration. And sometime between July and August, they're supporting V-Series. Because yes, although V-Series now is its own format, they did confirm they're going to be supporting it twice a year. All 24 clans.
We did get a hit at what is in this one so far. We got Tetra Drive Dragon and Raging
Forms coming back.
And with Tetra Drive and Raging Form being confirmed, in all honesty, this gives new hope for Daikaiser.
Or Blade Wings.
Or Blade Wings.
Don't give the man false hope.
We all know
Jimmy,
it's
this is
gonna
not
be
false hope.
Amon.
Yeah.
It's
This is
gotta be
not
Amon.
false hope. This is legitimate hope.
Yeah.
Like it might happen again, they don't do it.
I'm gonna laugh if they
And
give it
his
to
reaction
Metal
will be
Boards.
worse than the Zeal
I will
reaction.
laugh if they give it to Metal
But
Boards.
hey, who's to say that the next collection booster after that one might?
Exactly. Now for English, like I said, we have all the same things, but with one very distinct difference. In August, we are getting in English only premium product. What this exactly will be, we do not know, but it is English only. And it opens up very good avenues to, updating the game. Because unlike Japan, premium is actually a very, very popular format over here in the West. It is as big almost as standard. So, makes sense to support it.
And if I hear any Japanese complaining about this, you have all the freaking pronos.
Yeah.
Alright?
You get promos, we get premium. Deal with it.
Yes, you have problems, complain to Bushy.
Why is our Discord making so many FBI jokes about
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Anyway,
I will look at this.
I will say one more thing on the premium thing. I hope they do the YouTuber releases again. And I hope they include us this time. I don't know what claim they're going to give us, but I hope they include us.
Yeah.
Late Joker.
No. Let it be
Late
Bermuda.
Joker.
Bermuda.
Tommy.
Anyway, moving on.
Hamsters.
What the hell is all this?
Oh, yes, hamsters. Do it, hamsters.
Oh, that's lore.
That's lore.
Fuck lore.
That's lore.
Well, I'll
Too much lore. We're not reading all
Yeah.
this.
I'll read that on my own.
Alright, so
Alright, moving on. There's this picture I want to pop up that is very important. It is a sample of the new field setup. They kind of condensed it, upgraded it, made it a little bit more cleaner. As you can see on the right side, there's an extra little zone next to your deck that's meant for your ride deck. Now, if you can see on the left side though, there's a big square. We don't know what that's going to do yet, or what's that intended. Because if it was in the shape of a card, we can imagine it was either a token or an extra deck or something. The fact that it's a square means that it can be fucking anything.
Hold up. You said this is a sample.
It can be
As
a
it
square.
hasn't been officially confirmed.
No, this is officially the field.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a sample picture of the field.
Okay. What's say? Because
You know how it shows sample cards when they
Yeah.
link them sometimes?
Okay.
Just like that. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting whatever it is. And then if you zoom in, thank you Alex, to the top right corner, you can notice that they've added the overtrigger to the trigger lineup, and we still have fronts. Fronts will still be in the game. Now the only question is, who's gonna receive them?
is that a fourth new trigger?
Crit, draw, front, heal.
Oh, it's a draw. It's kind of.
And you wear glasses.
It looks yellow instead of green, red, or whatever.
And you wear glasses.
Ah.
Anyway, front trigger is going to be very interesting because it might imply that every nation finally gets the front trigger. Because if you think about it, every single clan in every single nation outside of Bermuda actually has a clan that could make Excel markers and thus could have access to front triggers. So that's a nifty thing.
Oh, this is going to get entirely chaotic.
Oh yeah. Oh, one misconception that came about in our stream, and I think some other people were mentioning it. At first, everybody thought, or at least we thought, that the Bermuda Nation was going to be a collab nation. So Token Rambo and Monster Strike would be in that nation. That hasn't been debunked. Those are going to be their own things. The Bermuda Nation, apparently, is going to be its own nation. But not only that, apparently will also introduce new clans from what I heard. Or new archetypes.
So whenever they were showing the clans and what clans fit in it, it had Bermuda and I think they had question marks during the Japanese stream. So of course it had room to grow for more things.
Yep.
So we thought it was going to be the collabs, you know. But apparently the English stream announced that it was not collabs. Collabs were their own thing. So apparently they're getting something.
They're getting something. What exactly it is, we will find out down the road.
Possibly more harpy waifus.
Like, that is the fun part. Like, it's not going to be just the fish anymore, hopefully. Yeah. So it could be any other archetypes. Like, you can Bermuda can finally do merman. Or like Hector said, harpies. And the reason Hector said harpies because the nation is on a whale. Literally on the back of a whale.
In the air, specifically.
I feel like this is great for the simple fact that in retrospect, it's a joke for all the whales who just fish for all the high rarities now physically have their cards on a whale.
Yeah. That's
why you
what,
gotta go after these people like that?
Because that's what happened.
It's
That is
happened.
unfortunately
Bushy did it. I didn't do it.
Yeah,
Bushy did
not
it.
wrong.
Bushy acknowledged the whales in Bermuda and gave them one.
Yeah. I mean, outside that, it literally just says, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There was the whale.
You know shit. No shit, Sherlock. Good observation skills. People with glasses.
Oh, wow. Three out of 4. You were
Wherever you enter,
Anyway,
you're next.
there's one more information I wanted to mention regarding the main booster, outside of, you know, Red Chronojet and Trickster and the main character.
Two.
Hmm?
Two things. I'll talk about the second one later.
Okay, yeah, I'll talk about the first one. Because they're doing all nations in the set, and they're removing also some rarities, and if you didn't know, they're removing some rarities. They're going to be doing triple rares, and specifically 10 of them. And like 15 double rares. Basically, all the rarities are a multiple of 5, which means everybody's getting exact numbers. But more specifically, everybody's getting 2 archetypes. One archetype in the main set is going to be supporting and upgrading the start decks, and the other archetype is just another archetype. So, very much variety. 10 different types of decks, supposedly, at the start of the game. Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Now, what's the second part?
Second part is, so on the Japanese stream, I think they announced that there was only one DSR per
Case, box?
case or box or whatever. Apparently the English is stating there's 2 different ones.
I don't know about that. But I do know that apparently there's going to be 1 SP in every box. So if a case contains 20 boxes, you're going to get 20 SPs guaranteed.
Yep.
How will this help the market?
Well, look, that's for us to find out in May, alright?
The market's just
Or actually, when does the actual booster set drop in English? I forgot.
May 21st.
21st?
Yeah.
That is for us to find out in May. That is for us to find out in May. Anyway, I think we covered most of the interesting parts. Like I said, all the fucking YouTubers have already covered this. Go check them out. There's going to be a playlist in the description and another annotation card to that playlist of and pick your choose your poison. Everybody has different ways to present it and talks about it. Go check those out. We already regurgitated enough.
It's much more genuine that way too, because
Yes.
that's the day of the reveals, so you just really get to see everyone's immediate reaction.
Yeah, we're basically piggybacking all the hype. Like, we're going to give our 2 cents.
You want to see our day 1 reaction? Go watch our stream.
Pretty much. So, before we end this episode here, I do want to end it on a very special note. But I'm introducing some new standard and rebooting the format. Which decks are y'all excited and or will be picking up? Or specifically nations?
looks like, because they haven't introduced decks yet.
We technically have 5 decks.
Starting
What?
from the right,
Yeah.
left.
Out of the trial decks, which ones would you guys be getting?
Yeah, Hector first.
After the trial decks, like,
Which trial deck would you go for?
No. Just which nations right now, from what we know, are you interested in picking up 1 and 2?
the Stoicia?
Sorry, shut. Yeah,
So
you
you
were a great nature and Aqua Force player, so that makes sense.
Not shrimp.
Shrimp.
Let it go.
Let it go.
I'm not gonna let that go. I'm not letting that go.
Anyways, Toyesha and
Cater's Sanctuary.
shout out Paladin Main. Yup.
Me, first one's gonna be Dragon Empire. Most of the clans I play are already in there, and then next one's gonna be Stoatia, just for the fact that I love like the deep ocean, kind of like Kraken, sea serpents. So I'm hoping they get something cool like that in there now. So I'm leaning toward that for my second one.
Just because it's funny. Shane, what about you?
Man, this is what gets me, okay? So, you've heard these answers, right? And there's other people in the group that are going after the same exact thing. So, my answer is also Stoatia for my first, because I've been playing Great Nature and Grand Blue for a long time. And the second one is Dragon Empire, because that had the clan that I first started off on.
So, three Stoacias, 2 Dragon Empires, Cater Sanctuary, and then you get to me. I was on Link Jerker and Nova Grappler main, so fuck yeah, I'm going Brent Gate. And because of Spy Brothers, I'm going straight into Dark State.
Now, I will say, though, those Valkyries, though.
Oh, fuck yeah, they're amazing. And apparently they're gonna lock, so I'm good with that. Plus, shit. I don't want to do this. Go watch, that's also gonna be in the link in the description. Go watch the official trailer for Overdress that dropped, explaining 3,000 years, the new nation and everything. And you'll see a very quick glimpse of them showing a lot of the new units. Mm-hmm. And not only do they show the trial deck units, like for example for the Valkyries and for the Priestesses and the Cater Sanctuary and all that, they actually show how many? Two more archetypes?
Yes, 2.
One is probably gonna be Brand Gate, because in all honesty, all the units look like Link Jerker Deleter hybrids. Mm-hmm. Especially the last 3 that look like Chaos Breaker and Photon, and another Chaos Breaker support card. Mm-hmm. And then the other archetype is going to be some sort of very dark, like voodoo guys, tentacle monsters, ghosts, monsters. I don't know what exactly
Looks
it
very
is.
Grand Blue.
Look, now, piggybacking off of Solomon's video, it does look very Grand Blue, but it could also be Dark State. But in all honesty, I say it is 80% chance that it's going to be a Grand Blue or technically a Stoatia archetype.
The only people that are saying
Cthulhu?
Pretty much.
Yay.
The only ones that are saying it's a dark state, so they're just hating on the fact of how their dark state shit actually looks. Which I take ours.
We don't know that. We still haven't seen other stuff yet.
Yep. I still love the fact.
Stoatia side.
He is.
Yeah.
Stoatia. Did you not hear?
Is that not?
I'm the only one who doesn't do the pleb claim.
Listen, you're just mad because, the Dark States will have a Coliseum for you.
Hey man, I don't care. There's Spike Brother units and there's a badass. Out of all the anime characters playing these decks, I picked the best 2 in all
Now,
honesty.
hang on. Here's my question. Does it have a hamster?
Not again.
Anyway.
Gosh,
Not a
yeah.
hamster.
Anyway, I think for the most part that's all that covers. Like I said, if you want more details and more interesting specifics, go check out other YouTubers. Everybody needs some love. Everybody's covering this right now, and it's just a great way because we also watch almost everybody's video.
And this is a great time for anybody
To get in the game, yeah.
Because not only there's great diversity for the game for building, trial decks are $4 a pop.
You have
Yup.
no excuse not to try it.
Granted, booster sets will be normal price, but trial decks to start will be $4 a pop.
You can literally pick up all 5 for $20.
Yep. Oh, and tax.
Well, $20, but yeah.
Anyway, as you can see, this wasn't very organized in what we tell where. This is literally just 4 dudes chilling on a couch talking about overdress again.
Talking about how much we love the game and the state of it's in right now.
Pretty much. Good segue. Future of the channel. First, answering some Q&A questions that I've seen. No, V-Time is not going to be renamed D-Time or Dress Time.
That was literally a question.
Yep.
Oh my god.
More than once.
Philip in a
More than once.
Philip in a dress.
No. For the 100th, please name it D-Time.
No.
100th, yes,
For the
come on.
100th episode, do it in a
Fine.
dress.
Only if you get on that episode and you do the final turn again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, I'll have to watch the videos again.
Oh, son of a bitch.
There we go.
I watch the blooper one all the time.
Anyway, the reason V-Time is called V-Time is because of Vanguard. Because I'm pretty sure me and Alex started V-Time almost right before Imaginary gets started.
Yep.
So there is no V because of V standard. No, there's V time because of Vanguard. No fucking D time except for 100 episodes.
It's Vanguard
You
time.
could be like, it's the time.
Thank you.
You can excuse yourself off the episode now.
Anyway,
Back to what it changes.
what is the future of the channel? Will we still be doing V series or will we just doing overdress? More than likely, because of the nature of the proxy play, we will transition into only overdress when leaks happen. Now it's gonna be a rough transition because we don't know how they're gonna leak the new cards, especially the new start decks. Because if they leak one card from one start deck, we really can't test it because there's no other cards in Dragon Empire, for example.
Yes.
So it's gonna be a while, so we're still gonna be doing some Vanguard standard, probably play test around with some more clan selection with different matchups, do some interesting builds, or just keep showcasing cards that we want to play. Introduce. We do have a plan for a new format that we want to try out. Just a stupid idea that might be fun. But outside of that, when overdress is in full swing and we get set leaks, we will be primarily doing overdress leaks. Now, when V Standard gets supported, we'll do Standard again and showcase those cards. And whenever Premium Collection or wherever that Premium set drops out, we will be testing it. This channel does not do Premium content a lot, but if leaks are Premium, we will try.
I'll try our best.
Oh boy.
Pretty
Even though
much.
it's not that
That is
great,
gonna
so
be-
warning ahead.
Exactly. So that will be the future of the channel. Outside of that, some improvements. Like if people watched our stream, they know a new opening is coming and is in the works, as well as a new ending and some more upgrades to the videos.
Yep.
So yay!
Fall.
Best time to subscribe. Anywho, I think I've covered everything I wanted to talk about.
Yo.
How about you guys?
Yeah, I'm Gucci.
I'm just gonna wait for the market.
All right. I do want to end it on one more note. What are you most excited from Overdress?
Just okay. So the one thing I am most excited is that literally after the whole pandemic, everything's over, and once hopefully everything's calmed down and we can go out again. Like the fact that this is gonna be bringing so many people to shops again, and we're all gonna be playing like we used to before even before COVID, because we all we all have lives and everything outside of this. So we just we all kind of had to be maybe once a week or something like that. The fact that we can all get together and enjoy it like how we used to, and it's going to be fun rather than, we don't want to go this because, this is the main deck that everybody's playing.
Yep.
And it's, it's you play this or you don't win. The fact that this is going to bring that, it's just going to be so much more fun.
Me, it's honestly, I'm excited to see new players in the game because I feel like the price point for the trial decks and the new changes of the game is honestly going to be very appealing for new people, and honestly might be able to get us to where we're in one of the big three for card games, and be very, very great. And on top of that, the deck building aspect now is going to be great because now you're going to be able to say, hey, I want to play Nurikami or I want to play Genesis or something like that. And it's not going to be the vanilla, oh, well, you're playing that, because obviously there's only one way to build it at that point. Now there's multitudes of ways to build decks, and deck building is going to be amazing, and you're going to see different decks, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I'm super most excited about, is that it's just not going to be the same old stuff anymore. It's going to be new. There's going to be a lot of people wanting to come in because it's new. It's not just going to be retrains. It's not just going to be, slap a gift marker on it. We're getting everything new. New lore. Two clans merged together, made a new nation. Like, come on now. Artwork's beautiful. We're getting new anime. They're actually putting in, you can tell, like 200% more effort into their stuff now.
They actually confirmed that the anime is going to be more catered to actually people that want to watch the anime for the anime, not just to promote the card game. Like it's going to be literally done or legitimately done as a proper anime.
They said they want to make it to where someone can enjoy the anime so much that they wouldn't even have to worry about picking up physical cards. They could just watch it for the anime.
Yeah.
So
And hopes that they might be interested in the card game after
Yeah.
watching it.
So that's what I'm hyped about.
Like-
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
For me, it's just all like everything else, guys. It's like everything that's happening. I'm happy for everything. The most thing am excited for is, as much as it saddens me that there are some people that are gonna stop playing Vanguard because, as with G to Standard, V is not getting supported. People with V decks and stuff like that. Like that's inevitably gonna happen. But for the most part, this transition into overdress and this new era and new formats and new cards is a very, very healthy move for the longevity of the game. There have been so many rumors, so many scares, especially how the game has been going with certain cards, with certain reveals, with Buddyfy dying, that there were scares and they were legitimate that Vanguard might also be slowly dipping out. This is showing that they care, that they want to improve the game, and they were going into the right direction. They actually learned from the first reboot and are doing it extremely right.
And on top of that, we now have a new marketing director or new leader.
New card design, just new guy.
And we actually have a testing team to actually test these cards. So
and we can already see the testing team's potential just from clan selection. Like, the cards might not be broken and, meta changing, but the cards are actually fun and the design of the cards is amazing.
So overall, it's looking great. And hopefully, once we see more about this in the next coming weeks, it'll be just as great. And hopefully, just make the game boom again.
Yep.
I just gotta say one thing though, is just we are putting a lot of expectation on these people.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
expectations can drop.
Yeah,
But-
expectation. Yeah, like we are like not just us, like almost everybody in the community who's excited about this. Take away the haters who are angry, whatever. We're putting too much expectation, so just keep it in the stand, but definitely be hyped for it.
Yep. Alright, I think that is it.
Yep.
Oh shit, one more thing.
One.
Apparently in Booster Set 1 there's going to be one token card.
Yes.
Take that as you will.
Tokens!
Anyway, that is it. Thank you everybody so much for watching episode 91. If you liked the video, please leave a like, share with your friends, comment down below what you're most hyped about for overdress. And if you like what we do here, subscribe to the channel and ring that bell to get notified. Otherwise, follow us on Facebook and join our Discord. But other than that, I've been Philip.
This is Alex.
This is Hector.
I'm Shane.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Tell a hamster hi.
And it's not shrimp.
Woo!
Okay, now we're Gucci.
Welcome back.
You started it. You started it.
Yeah, but don't start it as we're starting the video.